Hello and welcome to CTA Quick Bites episode 5. My name is Vinay Sharma and thank you so much for joining our live program for everyone who's joined us. As a training academy, as a part of the training academy, I think one of the happiest moments for us is when you see your own students
Mhm.
succeed and well placed. And we took this opportunity to get one of our ex trainees to be our guest. And what a privilege it is for CTA, to have one of its trainees as its guest today. Uh, I will not take much time in introducing her because she would do it the best herself. Ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Kausheen Hasan.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure for me. It's like deja vu all over again. I'm meeting you after so long. It's been, I don't know, 10 years.
Yes, Kausheen.
It's been
So
10
I
years.
was just, yeah, Kausheen, first of all, a very warm welcome to CTA Quick Bites. Uh,
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for taking out time. I know you've been very busy. Even when I was trying to get connected with you, you know, uh, you were on a flight and all. So thank you so much, for coming to the show and giving your
I'm very
valuable
happy
time
to
to
be
us.
here. Yes, yes, yes.
Kausheen, it's an absolute honor to have one of the trainees to have back
Yes.
as a guest today. Okay, so Kausheen, if you could just take us, okay, I would really want to begin with you taking us through
Mhm.
your career so far. The progress of your career so
It's been an amazing journey ever since I think I graduated CTA. I joined Oberoi Hotel and then I was there for 2 years. I started my career with hotel, and then I joined India's top leading airline, if I may say, Indigo.
far.
And then I'm
Yeah, yeah.
here, world's best airline. And then
Uh-huh.
it's amazing to be part of, an organization which is excelling and being the best, be it in India or in the world. I think I am honored. I feel like I'm so happy to be, a part of this industry and living my dream life, most importantly. I know the first day that I joined CTA with so much dream in my eyes, and I cannot tell you, still the same. I'm living that life every day. So I think I cannot explain you in words how happy I am to be working here. Yes.
Wonderful question because I think I had newly joined this academy and I still remember you doing your morning class and then changing into your school
Yes.
uniform and then attending
Yes.
school, right? Yeah,
Yes.
so
That's how
so
dedicated
I
I was.
yeah, so I think that
Yeah.
dedication has paid off, and
Yeah.
to see you succeed so well, it is an
It
amazing,
has.
amazing
Yes.
journey, right? So tell me, Kausheen, was working? Of course, you worked with the best, the Oberoids. Was
Mm.
was was working? Was taking up a hotel job right in the beginning a conscious decision? Like, because
I think
yeah.
for any person to start their career with aviation, I think it's not a mandatory, but it's recommended to be working in hotel because, the person I was probably I really got very well groomed in hotel, how to, do service, specifically the service part, because I was part of food
Mhm,
and beverage service department. And in those 2 years, if at all I learned anything was, how to excel in the kind of service that I was providing. And working for a five-star hotel, I think it's great in itself. It's an experience in itself. And after you come out of hotel, and then when you join aviation, it's partly it's all about service, but then also the experience that you carry. I think it's very helpful in your career because they could see through you. When you go for the interview, they can see how polished, how well groomed, how well behaved you are. And working in
mhm.
hotel, it really teaches a lot, be it service or be it your personality also develops a lot. So I think it's very helpful.
Correct, correct. So Kausheen, I think when you were here, we did not provide internships to
Mm-hmm.
our trainees,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
now we do, and exactly for the reason that you're saying, because I think
Wow.
a great
Mm-hmm.
exposure for
Mm-hmm.
each trainee. in a hotel, and we're talking five-star
Yes.
hotels.
Yes.
I think that uh, makes it for them, like to
Yeah. Yeah.
understand what
Yeah.
hospitality is all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they need to see the world from the other side. So
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
think the internship is working very well there, just
And
like you
and
said
if
about
I
your
may, if I
experience.
may just share a small part of my experience. I
Hmm.
remember after working in hotel, every time that I went for an interview, I won't name the airline, but every interview that I went for, they used to like be like, "Oh, Oberoi, come aside." I swear that happened with me. That they used to spot me from, a distance, and they used to be like, "Oh, Oberoi, okay, come aside." So I really felt privileged because to attach my name with Oberoi was like a big deal for me that time because they used to segregate people, everyone
Correct.
from me. They used to be like, "Oh, you're from hotel, okay." So they knew,
Correct.
the kind of experience that I'm carrying. So I think it's now that CTA is providing
Mhm.
internship, I think it's gonna be great for people. They're gonna get exposure, I think, to be working there and then applying in airline if they want to. It's gonna be great, I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Right. Right. Kashin, how does it feel to be associated with one of the best right now? How does it feel?
To to be honest, it's like living my dream life every day. It's not always easy, but the kind of life that I live, I can just say one thing for all the cabin crew in the world, whoever is working, we all are so lucky. I cannot tell you in words, but going to places, the places that I've always dreamed of, example, London or Paris or New York or whatever. I mean, I get to live my life like that every day. I feel
Yeah.
really, really lucky. All of us.
Correct.
And the lifestyle, the lifestyle, I think, is different.
Right.
People wouldn't imagine the kind of life that we live.
Was it, Kashin, right when of course, you moved from hotels to a leading carrier in India, and then to another country to work. Was it difficult initially to adapt to this new kind of a place, new people, people from all over the world as colleagues? Was it difficult, or was it okay?
Um, well, I'll be lying if I say it was very easy because it wasn't. It's gonna be difficult for every person, any person in the world to leave your country and settle in another. But it's all also about being having an open mind. You have to accept the fact that at the end of the day, you're working with 100 different nationalities. You have to accept the fact
Yeah,
that Hindi will not be your first language. It's always gonna be English.
right.
Even if you have to express your
English, right.
emotions sometimes, yes. So I think it's very important to have an open mind and to have, to be resilient that no matter what comes your way, if you are determined to have something as your life, if you choose something, I think you have to stand by it. And well, it's not also very difficult. It's an amazing life. I mean, we get home, we get transportation, we get so many other facilities that a person who is applying for a job is always looking for. So it's great in a way. I think obviously every job has its pros and cons, and it's just that. But I feel comparatively the cons are very less here. It's just you have to have that idea of adapting to a new country and just that. Once you are
Right,
happy wherever you are with new friends, new culture, new people, I think you'll be the happiest person in the world.
right. So anyone aspiring, to join an international airline should be kind of
Mm.
ready for this. Now,
Yes,
having
yes,
said that,
yes.
Kaushik, I'm sure with this amazing life that there must be fair share of challenges also, right? What keeps you motivated, Kaushik? What keeps you motivated?
Vinay sir, for me, I don't know. I'm a crazy person. I have always have this thing in my mind that I wanna see more places. I wanna meet more people. And I did
Uh,
not lie in the interview when I said that I still have that thing in me. I remember when I was very new, like maybe say a year or so, people would look at me and say, "Oh no, maybe 3 years from now you'll get old from this, from this thrill of seeing new places." But trust me, I've
places.
been to Paris more than 50 times now. I would never live in my room. I would always go out. I am that person. So if someone is a person like me who in their head they are like, travel person, you really want to see the world, this is it for you. Because which
Mhm.
airline, which company in the world would pay you for
Correct.
seeing places and so much money? I
Yes.
mean, compared to India, I know a lot of people who have high degree and they have very highly educated, but I don't think if you compare my salary with them, there is no comparison.
Okay.
I don't want to offend
Right.
anyone, but you get
No,
the
no.
idea, right?
Right, right.
It's
I know
like,
what you're trying to say.
yeah, traveling for
Right.
free, getting money for that, shopping in so many different countries. Who doesn't want that?
So, Kausheen, how many countries have you done so far? I'm very intrigued to know.
I have
You
done
have a
54.
count?
I have it.
54. Okay.
54 so far.
All right. All right.
But
Okay.
the thing is
Okay.
that there was
So,
a lot of repetition for a lot of countries. So yeah,
but you've done 54 countries, right?
I have so
Okay.
far, yes.
And which is your favorite, Kausheen?
My most favorite is New York City. Most. I
Okay.
mean, even if you wake me up at 2 a.m. in the morning and ask me, Caution, do you want to go to New York? I'd say yes. I'll just pack my bag and I'll go. So yes, New
Okay.
York is my most favorite.
Hey, Kausheen. So, maybe slightly envious, but I'm very happy for you as well. Uh, what's been your most memorable flying experience, Kausheen?
Hmm.
The most
So
memorable.
many, so
So many,
many.
I'm sure. I'm sure so many. Mhm.
Yeah, but the most recent one I remember that during Corona, all the flights were mostly stopped. No other country were flying from one part to another. No other country,
Mhm.
only
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
And then when we landed in Sydney, we were the only one operating to Australia at that time, and we were only the one who were carrying passengers. And we were all the crew member. Once we landed, we at the airport, taking our bags and all. And the flight details on a screen that comes. It says which flight, which gate number, delayed or on time, la la la. So on that screen, I
Mhm.
saw all the flights were cancelled. It's showing delayed or cancelled. Only our flight landed on time. And when we
Wow.
turned back, all the passengers that we carried were clapping for us. I cannot tell
Wow.
you how proud I felt
Oh,
at that moment. My airline was
absolutely.
the only one there and saying that we are the only ones who landed. So and
Wow.
and and Sydney is not a small airport. It's a huge airport.
Right.
And to see that
Right.
amount of and the customers, they were just clapping for us. I think it was the most proud that I felt. Proud of my
Sure. That gives
uniform. Yes.
such a big
Yes.
high, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just it gave us all goosebumps because we were like,
Yes.
I don't know, but flying heroes probably because that was the peak of Corona, and people were very
Correct.
scared to fly. And we were the
Correct.
ones who are taking passengers, yeah.
So tell me a little more about Kausheen, flying during the pandemic times. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, what was your experience like during the pandemic times?
Um, Things are changed a lot earlier, working with mask, with the gown stuff. It's uh, it's challenging sometimes, and now that it's so hot, it's challenging to be with the mask 24/7. Yeah, and then with the glasses, with the gown. But you have to accept the fact that the world is going through a pandemic, and we
Right.
just have to accept that fact. And then at the end of the day, what matters is that I still have a job. Touch wood, I still have it when a lot of people they don't. And then I still am living the same life as I used to when people are
Right.
struggling for basic. So I think even if it is very difficult on my bad days also, I think that I am very lucky. I'm very grateful to God to be having this job. So
Wow.
yeah, things are changed a little bit, but you have to accept it. Now we have to come in terms with the fact that we have to live with it because it's not going
Right.
anytime soon. Yeah.
Right. 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 So, Kausheen, a lot of viewers are watching this, and probably
Mm-hmm.
aspiring to be, just like you. What would you advise them at this point in time, Kausheen? People aspiring to become there. Of
Um,
course, many of our students,
yes,
already training with us
yes,
are watching
yes.
you. What would you advise them at this point in time?
You know, a lot of young girls, they message me on social media and they ask me, Didi, please help me out to become like you. And I just have one thing to say that I was like them at one point. You remember me,
Yeah,
right?
of
So,
course. I
so fresh, so new. I mean, I didn't know what to do with myself, but with time, people learn. And I just have one thing to say that if you're dedicated to that you want something in life, just work for it, just try. No matter how hard you feel it is right now, it just takes time and you reach there. And I remember how many times I have got rejected in my life. And I would never forget those times in my life and I've got rejected once, twice, thrice. But it's just one thing in my head. I never stopped trying. I never stopped trying. I mean, I would give an interview, and once I get rejected in my head, I already have an idea. Okay, what went wrong? Probably something went wrong, and then I would work on that. So any new people, girls or boys watching me, I would just say one thing, that if you want something in life bad, just work for it, try for it, and never stop trying. Because 10 years from now, you would end up regretting that why didn't I try? Did I try
at
hard
that
enough for
time.
something? Exactly.
Right,
and
right.
and and even if you didn't get through it, you would never regret. You would always know that okay, you gave your 100%. But you know, Vanessa, eventually it happens. I know that for sure. This universe is built in such a manner that if you try for something, you get it. So yeah, for people who get rejection and all, sometimes they're very sad, heartbroken. I don't think it's life, it's part of life. We
Right.
just have to learn from our mistakes. Yeah.
So for anyone who faces rejection anytime, I think the advice is quit
Try
tomorrow.
again. Try again.
Yeah, quit
Yes.
tomorrow. Always keep it for tomorrow and
Yes,
don't give up.
yes,
Right, Koshin? How do your parents feel to see you where you are today? Very proud, right?
very. I mean, I cannot tell you in words the amount of shine my father has in his eyes whenever I tell him that I'm traveling to another country. And then
Yeah,
he just says one thing, that even if I was the richest person in the world, I would never have this experience. Meeting
correct.
new people, eating new cuisines, traditions, cultures, it's
Right,
very different. Yes.
right. This is such an enriching profession,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes,
So,
yes.
so
And to switch back
enriching.
so frequently, like in a week, maybe 3 countries, I don't think
Correct,
yeah, it's not possible for any normal
correct,
human being to, yeah.
correct, correct.
Unless you are, I don't know, Bill Gates or something. Maybe even not Bill Gates would travel so often.
Yeah, I don't think he travels so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I, Kausheen, we won't take much time. I know you've just come back from a long flight, okay,
Yeah.
and you need rest. But out of that, if you would take up time for us and for our viewers, I think I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for being a part of CTA Quick Bite. This was an absolute honor to have a part of CTA, to come back as a guest. It is an
Likewise,
absolute
sir.
amazing
Likewise. I'm
experience.
so honored, yes, to be here today and to
Yeah,
be talking to
Kausheen.
you again after so long.
Yes, Kausheen. I'm glad we could connect here. But
Yes.
I wish you, on behalf of CT and from everyone watching, all the best, Kaushik. Keep doing well,
Thank you. Thank
okay?
you. Thank you. Thank you so
And
much. Yes.
yes, I hope we can connect again later, okay?
And
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 make you a
and
part
for
of
all
this.
the one who's watching this right now, and if you're trying for aviation or hotel, I'd like to say good luck. Be
Yeah,
your best self. Smile. Don't be nervous. It's just a job. Just smile.
correct,
It will all be
correct,
okay
correct.
eventually. Yes.
Right. Thank you so much, Kaushik. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
okay?
Thank you.
And all the best for your future
Thank
endeavors.
you.
All the best. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for giving us your time.
Take care, sir. Be
Yeah.
safe. Bye.
You too, Kaushik, please. Bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye,
Bye. Bye.
bye, bye. Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kausheen Hasan, okay, uh, one of our ex-trainees, and glad she could take out time to come over and be our guest today. And we will be back on Saturday with another guest. Stay tuned and see you on Saturday at 2 p.m. I'm Vinay Sharma signing off. Thank you so much.